Hey, do you feel like anxiety is making you lose control of your life? Is it making you worry excessively? Is it losing you sleep? Is it making it so you can't concentrate? Well, I have some good news for you. Today I'm going to share with you my top tips for managing anxiety. Hey, it's Sam, back with some evidence-based tips to help you improve your physical and mental well-being. So I was at Cub Foods the other day. I walk in and it's overwhelming. There's a lot of different stuff happening. There's parents that aren't managing their children. They're running around making noise. There's people lined up as far as the eye can see to check out. And there's people bumping into my cart. It's just awful. And it made me anxious. It made me worry. But I had some techniques that I'm going to show you guys today that some of which you can apply anywhere that you need to help calm that anxiety. So what exactly is generalized anxiety disorder? Well, somebody that has generalized anxiety disorder is going to worry excessively about things. Like I was at the store, I was worrying about, am I going to crash into somebody? How long is it going to take me to get out of here? You might also have ongoing anxiety, very similar there, or overthinking plans and solutions to all problems. That's a big one, right, guys? Because if you're constantly overanalyzing stuff and you're thinking about the worst case scenario in a situation and you're doing that repetitively over time throughout the day, it can really add up to a lot of anxiety. You can't relax, you feel restless. Even at night when you sit down to watch your favorite show or play video games, or maybe you're with one of your best friends, you still sometimes have trouble relaxing. And that can really add up to a lot of discomfort in life if you're not able to relax, right? How about difficulty concentrating? There's probably some of you out there that work demanding jobs, you're students. That can be a really debilitating symptom of generalized anxiety disorder, right? And you find it hard to focus. You get distracted easily. You aren't able to remember and focus and learn things as well as you would like to be able to. Okay. So what can you do about it? What are some coping skills that you can utilize to help soothe your anxiety so that you can live a decent quality of life, right? You can have less anxiety. Number one, journal. Take 5 or 10 minutes, 3 days a week to start, and just let the thoughts flow off the pen or out of your fingertips. Don't worry or overthink what you're saying. You don't have to write legibly. You don't have to use complete sentences. Just let it flow out and write about what you're worried about. And if you have to write in bold letters at the top a topic so that you don't go off onto tangents, and instead you're very focused on one topic, that can be very therapeutic. Okay. How about slow breathing? Okay, that's a big one because if we want to be less anxious, we want to make sure that we're engaging our parasympathetic nervous system. That's a fancy way of saying that rest and digest system. Now, how about putting your thoughts on trial, right? Cognitive behavioral therapy has been super foundational for helping people relieve their anxiety, depression, and a lot of other mental health issues. You can also utilize this approach by simply, again, putting your thoughts on trial. We're going to figure out if there's evidence for a thought or if there's evidence against having a thought. So, for example, if I feel like my friend is being a bad friend and that they don't like me simply because they're taking a couple extra days to respond to a text message, I might put that thought on trial and say, okay, listen, what is the evidence that they don't like me as a friend, and what's the evidence against that thought? And that can often help us see thoughts more objectively and help us ultimately worry less. Great. So how about daily exercise? There is a lot of research saying that if you go on a daily walk, a daily run, you do something aerobic, getting your heart rate increased, that you will have better mental health, better, improved depression, improved anxiety, right?
can be a big one, guys. Finally, keeping an anxiety log. It's so important that we focus on what the triggers and what the daily events and things in our environment, what is causing us to feel anxious. So if you keep a simple log in your phone, just on the notepad there, and you note anytime during the day that you're feeling intense anxiety, because you don't want to go overboard and record everything that's making you anxious, but just the times where you're feeling very anxious, you'll see some trends and some patterns, and then you can probably use some problem solving there to plan ahead to reduce those from happening, or figuring out how we can use some of these already coping skills that I've told you about to deal with those situations successfully. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video today and taking the time to learn more about generalized anxiety disorder. Please hit that like and subscribe button to let other people know that this video exists, so that people with anxiety just like you and me can benefit from it. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys later.